Hello crafty friends, I'm going to show you a card today using Distress Oxide inks. I have Salty Ocean and Picked Raspberry. So this is a regular piece of cardstock. It's a good weight, probably 110 pounds maybe. And we're going to do a really easy sponging technique. Now I'm using these wedges. I originally got them from Stampin' Up, but I know that they're available at other places. And I'm gonna dab, and you can see where my marks are. See, I started off wrong already. If you start off the edge and then come onto your paper, you won't get those marks. Those marks don't bother me, to be honest, and actually I'll darken them up, and that covers them up, so it doesn't really matter. See, I've got marks there again. Just come off the page, do it a little darker. And then I'm gonna switch to the blue. I like these Distress Oxides. I like the vibrancy of the colors. And they blend really well, so you'll be able to see where the pink and the blue meet. They will blend, like right there, they'll blend into a really pretty purple. You can do it lightly, you can have it real pale like that, or you can do it darker. There's no, whoops, I just dipped my pink one into the blue, but that's fine. It's not gonna hurt a thing. I'm just gonna turn this, let's see, turn this to a clean side. Let's add some blue or pink into the blue. And I'm just making a random pattern. And the Distress Oxides come in lots of different colors. I only have a few colors right now, but I'm hoping to get some more because I really like playing with them. And they are more of a technique type ink. Not necessarily for stamping. They will stamp on dark colors though. So if you want something to stamp on black, that's good for that. But they are not inks that you would use for your everyday stamping. They don't give you that really crisp image, you know, like a memento ink or an archival type ink. So they're more for techniques. You can do watercolors with them. I have seen beautiful projects and backgrounds using them on watercolor paper, glossy paper. So, okay, we're getting close here. You can see I'm just doing this random. I don't really have any kind of a pattern in mind. And you just keep inking until you get a design that you like. I want to add a little bit more blue here. Looked a little, there we go. Now it's blending a little bit better. I kind of have, you can kind of see my blotches through there, so I'm just going to touch that up a little bit. But okay, set that aside. And I have a little container of water here. Now I'm using a craft mat by Ranger, and you're just gonna drop some drops on there. It's as easy as that. And if you get drops that are too big, you can dab it with a tissue. And then I'm gonna let that sit. You could also use a heat gun to make it dry quicker. But I'm going to set this aside. Here's one I already did, and on this one I used the Salty Ocean and I used Twisted Citron. And you can see this is more like a yellowish green, and then you can see the greens where they blended together, and then you can see the watermarks. But if you did lots of different shades of blues and greens, you could get a really pretty underwater background. And, you know, then you could stamp fish or crabs or, you know, different things like that. Okay, now I'm ready to stamp a design. I have a coneflower stamp with a butterfly, and this stamp is from Inkadinkadoo, and let's see if I can find what it's called. It is called Meadow. There it is right here. And now that this is dry, you can really see how the water droplets add some detail to the card. Alright, so I'm using this Memento in Tuxedo Black. I'm going to ink my stamp up really well. I love using clear stamps like this because you can see exactly where you're stamping, and it's easy to tell when you have enough ink. And I've probably gone over this too many times, but anyway, you can tell when your stamp has good coverage, and you can also tell when all of the ink is released. I'm going to line this up and press really well. I'm even going to stand up so I can get really good pressure and make sure that I don't miss any spots. Ooh, that looks really pretty. And you can see here there are some spots that didn't get filled in. If I wanted, I could go back with a black pen or a brush and fill those spots in. I'm going to look at this when I get finished stamping and then decide. Now, it doesn't go all the way to the edge, so I'm going to re-ink this edge. There we go. I've got a dark spot right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ink pad and I'm just going to go along the bottom here. It'll give, once it dries, it will give it a little bit more natural look. And I'm really just going on using the corner of my pad. And it kind of looks like grass in the foreground. Okay, I think that's good. But once that dries, it will be fine. Okay. And I have this stamp. It is from an old company. I can't remember the name of the company. They had a catalog, and I bought quite a few stamps from them, but they are no longer in business. But this one says, "I miss you." And I thought that would look good up here, maybe upper left corner. I normally probably would have put it right there, but I'm afraid that that water dot is going to mess it up. So let me ink this up pretty good and press firmly. There we go. Now I already have the base of my card ready. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut in half. Then I scored it and folded it. And this black is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And I'm going to use my Easy Runner adhesive. Stick this down. And I'm going to use it on here also. And there you have a really easy card. I hope that you can see that. And the background again is Distress Oxides. These are from Tim Holtz and Ranger Inks. So I hope that you like this video. I hope that you will follow me and give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.